Hello again, and welcome to day 22 of the Shadow series. And today we are going to be doing a meditation to rise above your fears. We spent, I don't know, 4 days talking about fear, different kinds of fear, what fear does, what it creates, um, the shadows that it creates, the fact that it feeds negativity. And Brianne was quite right. Um, the question that I left for you on Saturday: why would any person, entity, organization, politician, news corporation, like anybody, why do they want you to be in fear, right? And it's because they want to lower your vibration and they want you to feel like you don't have any power, right? So, what do we do? How do we raise our vibration above that? How do we literally rise above our fears? Okay, because fear is a very low vibration. Anger is a low vibration. Fear is a low vibration. We don't want to get stuck in those, right? So, one of the things we can do is visualize rising above them. And we're going to do that in a meditation. We're going to do that. I don't see why we don't do it right now. So, I'm going to draw the circle first. I will let you know I've already lit a candle to help bring in the light. And I also used a little Palo Santo. And just for fun, I have some sacred rose water here. So that's another way that you can clear space, right? You can spray some nice aromatic water with the intention that it clears your space, clears it of negativity, so that you can open up and really go for it. Okay, so we're gonna do a meditation now, and I'm gonna do the normal thing, calling in the circle and drawing the circle, and then we will go down the steps. But in this time, instead of going into a garden of our peace, we're actually going to go into the forest of our fear. Okay, and then we're going to fly out of it, and I'll show you how to rise above it. Okay, so here we go. First, I call on the direction and energy of north, the earth, the container that holds and sustains us and creates us. Moving on toward west, drawing the circle west, chaos, the wind, instigator of change, and the breath of life, all at the same time. Continuing with that circle around to south, emotion, water, the river that runs through us and without which we cannot maintain life. Again, continuing the circle to east, the direction of east, the sun, fire, will, intention, and the spark of life, the thing that keeps us going, that starts us and keeps us going. And then continuing the circle back to where it began, as all things do, in the earth, where we are grounded and where we spring from. Into the center of this circle, I call the spirit and energy of the all one, meaning all things are one. We are all connected, and I bring that spirit and that energy of love and that divinity of love into this circle now, calling on whatever deities you may wish, be that God, be that gods and goddesses, the Christ, angels, saints, loved ones who've crossed over, spirit guides, ancestors, spirit animals, anyone that can be here to assist you as you work to move past your fears, to rise above your fears, and see that that is possible. Deep breath in. Exhale. We're going to do that 2 more times. Breathe in. Hold. Exhaling. Inhale and hold. Exhaling. Now I invite you to see yourself at the top of 10 steps. At the bottom of those 10 steps are a set of doors. We're going to go first down the steps, and with each step down, you're going to find yourself more relaxed, more ready to face whatever is on the other side of the doors. knowing that all of your guides, whomever you pick to join you, and you may pick a couple in particular, if there's a guide, an angel, a saint, an ancestor, a grandmother, someone that you draw great strength from and that helps feed your courage and feed your sense of love and joy. Take that person, that energy, that spirit, that angel, whatever, with you as you go down the steps, and find yourself feeling relaxed and ready to go through those doors and go into the forest. 10, stepping down, feeling relaxed. 9, step down. Feel your muscles lose their tension, particularly in your shoulders. 8, step down. You're feeling that tension release in your chest. Step down. 7, again, releasing now in your stomach and your hips. Step down. 6, down your back, past the back of your waist. Step down. 5, releasing into the tops of your thighs. Deep breath. Step down. 4, relaxing any tension you're holding in your knees. Step down. 3, releasing your calves. Step down. 2, releasing your feet. Step down. 1, any tension that remains, let it drain down into the ground in front of the doors. Remember, you have those you trust with you to guide you and help you. Now I invite you to open the doors, turn around and walk through them, close the doors behind you, bringing with you those spirits, energy, loved ones that help sustain and energize you and help give you courage. And before you now, on the other side of the doors, you see a very dark forest. And this dark forest holds all of your fears, everything, known and unknown, all of your deepest fears from childhood, your wounds, everything you're afraid of, things that contain your nightmares, they're there. They're in the forest. You do see a path in front of you. There is just enough light in the forest coming from a very full moon to help illuminate the shadows. That full moon is shining down on that path, and you can see the path. You can't see an end to the path, but you can see the path. And so, hooking arms with those that give you strength and courage, I invite you to begin walking into the forest of your fears. And in that forest, you might hear noise. You might sense movement, but it's okay. You're on the path. You're going, you can acknowledge the shadows. You may even know some of them. You may know their names. You may know what they look like. You may know those fears. And if a younger version of yourself comes out, pick that child up, pick that teenager, have that teenager walk with you, have that young person walk with you, carry that young person if need be. Take them through the forest. You're on that path. There may be a group of you working through that path, because remember, no matter what it may seem like, you are never, ever, ever, ever alone. Never. Not once in your life, no matter how alone you have felt, no matter how lonely you have felt, you are never, ever alone. You are connected to every single thing around you, living and non-living. You are never alone. Your guides are with you. Your angels are with you. Your saints are with you. Whatever you call on as the divine is with you. The spirit of the All One is with you, even when you can't feel it. Keep walking. Take a deep breath if you need to. Keep walking. You're okay. You are okay. And now, in the center of this forest, I invite you to see a large meadow. And that meadow is full of just very plain grass, and it shines in the moonlight too. It's still surrounded by the dark forest, but it's an opening in the center of the forest. There's always one. And now I invite you with your group, in whatever form you want to do this, that meadow is going to become a runway. And you are going to take off and rise, literally rise above the forest. You can sprout wings, you can get a magic flying carpet, you can simply levitate, angels can lift you, you can get a hot air balloon, you can, anything that your imagination offers you, anything that your mind offers you, anything that your guides or your angels offer you, take it. Because that's how you're going to rise. And if you need a running start, take the running start. And anyone that's with you can have those wings, can have that magic pixie dust, whatever it is. But I want you to see yourself rising, whether you're flying, riding, levitating, however you're doing it. I want you to see yourself rise above that meadow. And then as you're rising, I want you to look down. And I want you to notice as you rise above the trees, as you're just hovering at the treetops, and you're looking down and you can see the ground, and you can see that vast, vast forest of your fears. And you can see it, but you can see it. And you can see that it has borders and that it has ends. And even though sometimes it feels endless, it's not. And once you rise above it, you can see that. You can see the edges of the forest. You can see where the forest becomes rolling hills. You can see rocks and bushes and other marks of the land that expand past the forest of your fears. And as you continue rising, and you continue, you're able to see even more of the forest, even more of the land beneath you. And as you continue to rise, maybe the currents of the wind help you to rise now. And you can look down. And the farther you go, the higher you go, the more you realize the forest isn't nearly as big from this high up. And it isn't as scary. And you can see, actually, that there's more than one meadow. There are other openings in that forest. There are other places where light comes in. You can circle the forest if you want to. Look over it. Have compassion on the shadows that exist there, on the fears that run there. See if you can shine some light on them. Ask the moon to help you. Get a giant flashlight of your own. And what happens when those fears see the light? Do they disappear? Do they transform into something else? What happens? Spend as much time as you need above your forest and realizing that when you rise above your forest of fear, nothing can touch you. Nothing can touch you. You have the ability to leave that forest anytime and be where you are now, above it, looking down, having compassion on yourself and on anything in that forest, but knowing that you can always rise above it. And then when you're ready, I want you to imagine flying, going back low above the forest, flying above it, finding that path, and following that path back to the doors, not walking on it, but flying over it. Find the path you were on, fly over it, see it beneath you, fly just above the tops of the trees, so that you can actually enjoy the beauty of those trees and their strength, even though they make up the forest of your fear. And when you find those doors, I want you to drop gently to the ground. Open the doors. Go through them. Take whoever you need to take with you. Close the doors. And now you see the set of 10 steps rising again. We're going to go up them. And with each step, you are going to feel more joyful. You're going to feel more at ease, more at peace, with more love in your heart for yourself, first of all, and then for anyone around you. Step 1, step up. Step 2, feeling joy. Step 3, step up. Step 4, feeling light, feeling airy. Step 5, step up. Step up 6. Maybe the last couple of steps you take almost in a dance. 7, 8, 9. And then 10, jump up with both feet, like a kid playing hopscotch. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. When you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes. Of course, now my computer's gone completely off. Hi, welcome back. How was that? How was the visit to the forest of your fears, and how did it feel to rise above them? To be above that forest, to fly above that forest and be able to look down on it, to see its edges, its end, to know that it does have an end, that it doesn't go on forever, right? Thank you for joining me on this journey today in meditation. Remember, you can come back anytime. Remember, anytime you can stop the video and spend more time in that place if you want to. And I invite you to do that anytime. Anytime you think you need to rise above your fears. Imagine, you can just, when you're feeling fearful, just imagine, I'm going up. Sort of like a different variation of breathe, float, and smile, right? I'm going up. I'm going to go up and I'm going to look down. And I'm going to watch this scene from above. And I know that nothing can touch me there. I'm safe there. I wish you the best. I hope you have a fabulous day. Mwah! Big love. Thanks for joining me. Be back tomorrow.